For a berth in the AFC Championship game, off we go in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Here's the first carry for Kenyon Drake. The game's first play produces 6 yards, brings up 2nd down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
2nd and 4 at the 40-yard line.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Running, it's Drake. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. From the gun, here's Watson going deep for Hopkins. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed. The Clemson connection. Watson to Hopkins for a big one. 47 yards. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. They'll run with Drake. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Tackle made there by Zach Brown. Throwing on 2nd down. Watson. This will be caught at about the 6. And he'll be brought down here at the 3-yard line. It'll be a gain of 9, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. Now Drake, and he won't have the touchdown, but he will have the 1st down as he's tackled at the 2. Just a yard, but that's all they needed, and by the slimmest of margins, it'll be 1st and goal. The delay of game, a costly one, as they're backed up 5 for first and goal.
It's just me and you. It's just me and you. Shit! Watch the shit! Check out three. Hey, pick the line!
They'll try and pound it in with Dre. Nothing doing there. They're going to wind up holding him at the 2. No gain there, and it's going to set up second and goal. On second and goal, Watson got a man open. It's Fuller for the Texans touchdown. 2 yards on the touchdown there. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. Room here to run. They're all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 75 yards, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. You always worry about the plant foot in the snow, but no problems there. And they take the lead here at 7-6. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken short. Now a hit and a loose football. And they will finally get him down as he's all the way to the 36-yard line. So a teammate picking him up there, that was nearly disaster.
And the way that you coach these things, you want to make sure you have eyes towards the return guy because you want to make sure that the catch is secured. A lot of teams do that. They have at least one guy. Okay, you're responsible for making sure he secures the catch. He's not always the one that makes the recovery, but he can always sound out the alarm. Hey, ball's on the ground. We've got to get it back.
A running play here on first down is going to go nowhere as he is tackled behind the line of scrimmage. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. Running from the gun with Howard. Give him 2 yards that time, and it's going to leave him with a 3rd and 11 situation.
He's brought down at the 37-yard line. A gain of 2 makes it 3rd and 11.
On 3rd down, Jackson. Goodwin able to haul it in. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
We used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he
is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. From 19 yards away as the Ravens push further out in front. There are several elements to a well-executed screen pass. This one resulted in a touchdown. It had all of those elements.
Yeah, you're so right because you really need the rush to almost get to the quarterback, almost get to the passer. Then you've got to get the ball thrown perfectly, whether it's to the running back, the wide receiver, wherever the screen guy is. And, of course, the blocking has to form in front to get him downfield for the touchdown.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They're forced to play catch-up early in this division round game as they search for a seat in the AFC Championship round. And here's a good way to kick off a drive, complete over the middle. And they're going to have this in a great spot way down in Baltimore territory. A huge play there for Houston. 41 yards. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Watson now to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you'd better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
On second down now, it's Drake. And he'll take this inside the 20 and down to the 18. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Meanwhile, on third down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. And the head coach reaches for the red flag, tosses it down on the field. He wants a challenge here. Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player. You threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18.
First and 10 at the 34-yard line.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10.
He get. Bang, 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 bang. Watch the edge. Go. Hey, watch the edge. Watch it. Check.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. So not his arm, but hurting him with his legs. A gain of 19 on the keeper and a first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Out of the gun, this is Howard. And he's corralled, but not before getting it inside the 35. They get 14 on that one. That's good for a Baltimore first down.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
On first, they go right back to Howard. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, second and 2. This is Howard on second down. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone.
Second and 2 is prime time for a little bit of a gamble, isn't it? Open up the playbook, go play action, toss that bad boy deep. But in this situation, go ahead and give it to your back. Let him pick up a first down. Keep the sticks moving.
Stepping up, he's going to keep it. Shutting the Jackson hit, and he lost the football. And the Texans scoop it. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Thank goodness for heaters up here. And thank goodness I don't have to carry the football in this game. It's January. It's cold out there. Trying to clutch the football and absorb the hits, not easily done.
Yeah, we saw a product of the elements right there. Following the fumble recovery, Watson. He's letting this one go for Fuller. Is this intercepted? It is. It's intercepted. Cordray Tankersley with a pick. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And thus far, the weather has not slowed this offense down one bit. They've looked good so far in the first half.
They certainly have. And think back to our meeting with the head coach. And we asked him because we saw the forecast for this game, didn't we? We said, hey, have you prepared for this? And he talked about the different drills that they've done in adverse conditions, the wet ball drills, things of that nature. He said, I don't think it's going to slow us down much. We tend to handle it pretty well, and he's been right.
Let's go, tight end. Let's go right here now. He's coming. Double up, double up.
Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. That's out to his running back, Fournette. And they get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. This will be caught by Brown. A gain of 6 there on first.
He's out of bounds at the 14-yard line. It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4.
Here we go. Push the outlaw. Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Check.
Fournette running out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 3. Jackson fakes the give and keeps it. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first. They'll get a couple yards on that one, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. And no field goal try here from the red zone offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. Sliding out of the pocket. And he slides to avoid the hit. 5 yards on the scramble, and that's enough to pick up the first. Second quarter action, 2 minutes to go on divisional round weekend. We remind you, as we've done all year, that coming up at halftime, we will visit with Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll let you know what's going on here on a very eventful divisional round weekend. And now he'll tuck it and run. And he gets halfway there from the 6 to the 3 on a gain of 3. Give him 3 on the keeper there, and it is 2nd down. Stepping up, he'll try and run. And he'll get him a bit closer as he's down to the 2-yard line. The line of scrimmage is the 2 here on 3rd, and he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson saving his best for the playoffs with his 3rd touchdown of the game as the Ravens push further out in front. Tucker with the extra point, and it gives his guys a 12-point advantage. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken very short. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And this not an easy situation. You're down early, in the elements, you're on the road. How do you get the mojo back?
And one thing is to remember that as an offensive player, you have a much better idea of what you're trying to accomplish and where you're trying to go than the defender. So in this case, because you know it, you can make your cuts with a little more decisiveness, maybe a second fake, some double moves, things of that nature, to go ahead and try and put some pressure on the defense.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 29.
You don't want none, baby. You don't want none. Hey.
They'll fake the handoff. Now Watson. And he finds a man on a crossing route. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 27 yards there, a first down.
First down.
This is it. Like in the egg. 29. Strong right. Strong right. Exit. Exit. Sponge. 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 No. 29. Hey, we got to pass it. Go.
On first down, it's Watson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And got his man. It's caught. Touchdown, Houston. Kiki QT, 44 yards, as his guys are back within a single score. The PAT good. It would draw him closer, but hold on just a second. A flag is down on the field. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their disposal as well. So that changes everything that you're doing here. Without those timeouts, you can only work the sidelines, hoping to get out of bounds. Here, the middle of the field's still available because you can call timeout and regroup.
That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. Jackson and the offense come up first and 10, and he's 8 for 8 now, throwing the ball to start the game. A 50-50 ball here, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tashad Gibson.
And this might not be the last interception we see, Brandon. Both of these teams like to throw the football, but here in this snow, ball's not going to always go where you want it to. And this one winds up getting intercepted.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to...
And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. The Ravens going to use the second of their timeouts as they get it right at the 30-second mark of this first half. The Texans on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Back to throw, Watson. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide.
Jackson hit, and he lost the football. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. This time Jackson will throw it. Flush to his right. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. So it's on to halftime in this AFC divisional round matchup as we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Win or go home, that's the name of the game, and we're back underway with the second half of this AFC divisional round. This is taken at his 4. And he will take this one all the way back inside the 35-yard line.
I know the special teams coach will not permit himself a smile here, but inside, he's glowing. This is what he practices for. This is what he schemes. This is what he watches tape to put himself and his team in a position to score points. An absolute dream return.
Down to the 30 after a gain of 3.
You don't want no problem from me.
Brings up 2nd and 7.
And it's a fumble. And the Texans say they have it. They do.
We've got plenty of weather here today. We've got some snow going on, and they've come out of a dome. And there have been 2 ways of getting ready for this. Some have said, don't worry about the weather. Just practice in your normal conditions and handle it on game day. And others have said, find some weather, find some conditions somewhere, and try and get ready. What do you think?
Well, whatever the preparation there, the snow causing the fumble. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
He'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. They stay on the ground with Drake. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secure before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
And in their own territory, needing only a few inches, they're going to line up to go for this thing on 4th down. To throw is Watson. And it is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Ravens get the football back and in great shape. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the gun, it's Jackson. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. 2nd down. Just his 2nd incompletion so far. He's 8 for 10. I think he'll take 80%.
There's no doubt that he will, but if you're the defensive play caller, you better circle what you just dialed up on your play sheet and come back to it because you just caused an incompletion. You need a few more of those.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. Throwing again. Jackson. Buying time to his left. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the 1st.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
On 1st down, they run with Howard. And he'll take it from the 18 to the 15. A gain of 3. Again, it's Howard. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Jordan Howard, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as the Ravens push further out in front.
Apparently the week off hasn't hurt him one bit. 1,000-yard rush in the regular season, get his 1st touchdown here in the playoffs. Perhaps the week off energized him.
A great article in the paper this morning basically saying that they would not have won the division without him, and he's not their only piece, but I think that's a fair statement.
It's easy to say it this way. He's their main guy.
And he is into the end zone to bump the lead up 2 more. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. On the give, this is Drake. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. They have not gotten him going at all. Tried to spark something there with a longer throw, unable to complete it.
But you have to keep trying. He's one of their best playmakers. No matter what it says on the scoreboard, you're always trying to get him the football.
56. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming. Hey, 31. He's crashing. He's checking crash. Oh, shit. No. Hey, 55. Look, it's the mic. 56 is the mic. I got one.
Throwing again is Watson. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 21. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
Well, so much of playing quarterback in the snow comes down to trying not to do too much. You've got to just keep telling yourself, throws downfield we've run every day in practice all year. But guess what? They suddenly become more difficult. And this one gets away from him and winds up an interception.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at their own 21.
Hey, 55. Will, 55. Go.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Man open, it's Goodwin. 23 yards, the final tally.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. On 1st down, Howard. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. The Ravens get a new set of downs, give them 17 on that pickup.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football. Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
They will come up on a 1st and 5 following the encroachment penalty. They go with Howard again. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Hey, hold on. Check 55 to Mike. Let's go, D.
On 2nd down, it's Howard. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
The ball carrier. He's brought down at the 20-yard line.
Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the fourth.
16.
Here we go, D. Here I come again. Here I come again.
Jackson now. Oh, good move. And they'll get this down to the 10. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. That is an absolute backbreaker. That was a design passing play, wasn't a draw. You think you got him stopped, good coverage downfield, and he's able to pick up the first with his legs. Defensively, that kicks into your psyche and hurts a little bit, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and here's the thing. Anytime you give up a first down, it hurts you psychologically, but it hurts more when they get it this way, because you've covered everything. He didn't have any place to throw the football. He takes off running and picks it up anyway, and now you have to stay on the field for an extra set of downs.
And really could have used that stop trailing here in the fourth. They'll keep it on the ground. It's Howard, and maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the fourth quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
On third down, this is Howard. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Nothing doing on second and third down after that 9-yard gain on first. Here's Justin Tucker now for the Raven field goal try. This will be just a 21-yard attempt. And Tucker's kick right there. It's good. And that will extend their lead even further. So they settle for just the 3. But clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the fourth.
Without a doubt. Obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off. But it's still ate up time. Got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
At their own 37-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Now it's Watson. It's complete to Fuller. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42. That catch good for 5. It's third down. Under 4 to play now. Clock running. Third down. Now a play fake, and it's Watson. And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him. Man, he got in there so quickly, Charles. What could the offense have done to adjust and account for that?
But what you're hoping is that you figure it out and you see and get a clue that maybe there's going to be some pressure coming at you, and you change the blocking schemes. Maybe you go to max protection. The biggest one is maybe you bring your running back in to try and keep you clean. But in that case, that didn't happen. 0 accountability, and a sack resulted.
Any day. Switch. Alert. 48, come on, Chuck. Hey, defense, let's go. 48, Mike. 48, Mike.
They will indeed snap it to Watson. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off down at the 10. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. On fourth down, that turned out like a punt. Maybe he was better defensively there just to knock it down.
And you know they go over those situations. All right, fourth down, where's the ball? Where would we get the ball? But instinct takes over, and when it's in the air, they just go and get it. So it's hard to get on him for intercepting it, but the smart play would have been what you suggested. Knock it down and take over in a deeper position.
Got to figure now, after getting that turnover, they're just going to be happy to keep the ball on the ground, right?
This is where covering the football, taking care of the ball, all the ball security terms that have ever been used, they come into play for the guys on offense right now. Just take care of it, and they've got a good chance of ending up winning this game.
And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
Check. Crunch. 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 Watch safety green. Watch safety green.
Trying the right side with Howard. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And all the way down to the 33-yard line. He's able to rip off 32 on that one. It's a first down. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They go counter with Howard. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 12.
2nd and 12, and you'd have to assume another all-out effort to stop the run is coming. Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
On plays like this where the ball comes, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
And looking at it from the perspective of the losing side here in this divisional round, it all ends so abruptly, doesn't it? A few hours ago, you've got all this hope and anticipation of maybe a deep run, and now you're out of it.
Well, let's applaud the team that won, and rightly so. They've job of illuminating what a great year they had. Let's face it, when it's all said and done, they were one of 8 teams left with a chance to get to and win the Super Bowl. That's a pretty darn good season.
So that'll do it for my partner, Charles Davis, and the best darn crew in the industry. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports.